What is happening, YouTube? I am on my way over to go get this leg day started, and I'm looking forward to it, honestly. I like the hack squat. I mean, it's a novel movement for me, obviously. I've only done it a couple times in my life, but I like that I'm able to push hard on it and I get like no knee pain on it at all. And I feel like I definitely get some more like overall leg growth. Like I just feel like with the pendulum squat, I'm really targeting specifically the quadricep. Like the quadricep is like, it's like I've got a surgical scalpel and I'm like a surgeon going in directly for the quad there. But with the hack squat, I feel like I get more overall leg movement, like I don't know, it's such a, maybe it's just the fact that I'm stacking more weight on it that it gives me that perception. It might just be all in my mind, but I do really feel like it gives me, I don't know if it's more heads of the quadricep that I'm targeting or what, but I definitely, on the pendulum squat, I definitely feel that stretch right over the, what is it, the vastus medialis, that head that makes like the teardrop muscle. Um, I feel like that, the one that goes right on the knee there, I feel like that gets absolutely torched with the pendulum squat. So I like this hack squat as it I feel like I'm just getting like more of a meatier leg, just mass in general, which, you know, really might be getting into the weeds, but that's what I feel like anyhow. So that's what I'll be starting off with, and I'm gonna put 3 plates on again and hopefully get 4 sets of 8 here. Last week I missed 1 set of 8, so I'm looking to come back and conquer that today. And then also after that, I'll be doing my Romanian deadlifts, and then I'll have to kind of figure out what I want to do with Smith machine Bulgarian split squats, because like I mentioned, I was I don't know whether it's because the bench is too narrow to my back foot or what, or like too close to my body. If I need to slide the bench back further because I'm putting too much weight on my back foot. But I was like ripping the tar out of my shins. My shins were all smashed up from the edge of the bench, which I guess is sharp enough to cut my skin. It's crazy. But yeah, I was scabbed up, and my shins were sticking to the socks. So you'd think since I wear like long socks, it would not affect my performance on stuff like that, where like it's rubbing up against my shins, but I still need something else in between. So I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I'll at least put like an exercise mat in between the bench and my leg. I think that's a good course of action to at least attempt there, and then we'll see what we need to do in addition to that. But yeah, that's kind of the idea going into it. And then I'll be doing prone lying leg curls. So lying down leg curls on my first leg day, and then I'll do seated on my second. And that's kind of the idea there. And then I'll also be doing single leg extensions. I'll try to superset those in together. But you never know with going to crunch on a Monday what the equipment is going to look like, if it's going to be tied up or what. And then after all that, I do my abductor and adductor work just for hip health and knee and joint health. I feel like it all ties in together and really kind of brings it all together, and then finishes it off with calves and abs as usual. So I've been getting all the machine adjustments locked in since I've started here at Crunch, working out at Crunch. Because little adjustments like how low the seat is, or like where certain machines have like hand positioning adjustments, all that stuff kind of comes together to give you just a superior workout in general. It gives you that better mind muscle connection, or that honestly sometimes like on the ab crunch machine, if your seat isn't adjusted properly, you're going to be like targeting something completely different. Like I almost feel it more in my chest if the seat is too high on ab crunches. So kind of an interesting thing to take into account. And once you get your height locked in for a certain machine, definitely take note of it, and hopefully you guys are finding a good workout routine and going to the same gym at as much as possible, because I feel like that consistency really helps to allow you to get stronger, because your body can get stronger neuromuscularly, so like it'll make adaptations to the movement, but it can't really do that effectively if you're not giving it that same stimulus and allowing it to adapt from it. So yeah, I don't know, take of that what you will, and I'm gonna hop down in the gym here, get warmed up on the treadmill, and start this leg day.
The secret side of me, I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it in. It's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become. The nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. My secret side I keep hid under lock and key. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. Cause if I let him out, he'll tear me up, break me down. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it in. I feel it deep within. It's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become. The nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel it deep within. It's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. It's hiding in the dark. Its teeth are razor sharp. There's no escape for me. It wants my soul. It wants my heart. No one can hear me scream. Maybe it's just a dream. Maybe it's inside of me. Stop this monster. I feel it deep within. It's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become. The nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel it deep within. It's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I gotta lose control. It's something radical. I must confess that I feel like a monster. 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 I feel like a monster.
The sun doesn't give light to the moon, assuming the moon's gonna owe it one. It makes me think of how you act to me. You do favors there rapidly. You just turn around and start asking me about things that you want back from me. I'm sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to feed your greed while I find a place to rest. I wanna be in another place. I hate when you say you don't understand. I wanna be in the energy, not with the enemy, a place for my head. Maybe someday I'll be just like you and step on people like you do and run away all the people I thought I knew. I remember back then who you were. You used to be calm, used to be strong, used to be generous, but you should have known that you wear out your welcome, and now you see how quiet it is all alone. I'm so sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to feed your greed while I find a place to rest. I'm so sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to feed your greed while I find a place to rest.
Well, folks, you can't ask much more for a leg workout, or from just a workout period, than that. That was an excellent workout. I achieved a PR, so I got 4 sets of 8, polished that off, and I went for 9, but I did not get it. That's all right. next week we will come back stronger as we did this week. The 4 sets of 8 did fall though. They weren't easy sets either, so happy about that. Put in the effort today. And then Romanian deadlifts felt very good today. Felt very, very well braced, which isn't always the case. Sometimes I feel like I just can't get a good brace against my belt. But today was not one of those days. Today was a good brace, and I was able to knock those out, and then moved on over to Smith machine split squats, which I think I've gotten the form dialed in here at Crunch, which I'm happy about. I did move the bench back a little further, which allows me to get into a little bit of a deeper range of motion, which I definitely needed to do because I was hunching over too much. My lower back was taking over too much of the load to try to compensate for the bench being too close, and I couldn't get deep enough with my legs. So very happy about that. And then I also put the like an exercise mat over the bench so that way the stitching wouldn't rip my shins up, which worked to great effect. No pain, no bloody shins this week, which I am thoroughly enthused about. And I was able to push pretty hard on them. I think this Smith machine is slightly heavier than the one at the YMCA. The YMCA feels like literal air. Like you can push it up and it'll like float back down. It's kind of crazy. But this one feels a little heavier. I don't know if it's just perception or what. But I did drop the weight a little bit, which my ego definitely took a little bit of a hit on that one. I won't lie. I did not want to drop it, but I dropped it from 175, well, a full plate and 2 tens to a full plate, a 10 and a 5. So like a 10-pound difference in like added weight. I don't know. So if the bar is heavier, then it's probably close to about the same. But I did try pretty hard on them. Like they weren't like mail it in sets either, you know. Even high rep stuff can be a little bit like, oh, I just got to get through the set, and I'm not even going to be feeling it in the muscle, or rather, I'm not going to feel like I'm going to push to failure. But I feel like I was pushing pretty close to failure. And then I've also contemplated switching legs, because I always started off with my left leg because I thought my left leg was the weaker leg. So I was like, okay, got to start off with your non-dominant side, right? But I think doing that over the course of several years with my single leg movements, I think I've maybe built up an imbalance where my left leg is stronger, because when I did single leg extensions, I think you guys probably saw the set I recorded, I was not able to get the 7th rep on my single leg extensions there on my third set, I believe. I probably could have rested a little longer, but I was working in with another guy, so I didn't want to hold him up. But yeah, I was not able to get that 7th rep. So I'm thinking I might drop the weight a little bit on leg extensions just so I can get into like closer to the 8 to 10 rep range per leg, because 7 is kind of low, honestly, just for any movement, even if it is single leg. I just feel like I can't milk out that little extra bit of rep. Like if it had been like the 8th rep out of a set of 10 rather than the 6th rep out of a set of 7, you know, I feel like that's slightly closer to failure on one leg, you know. So I don't know, I feel like I might drop the weight by like 10 pounds and see where that puts me, and I still will be able to push pretty hard on it and not have my cardio limit me, my cardiovascular system limit me. And then yeah, for abs and calves, I was able to up the weight as well, and kept the form consistent where I'm able to touch the bottom. I feel like I've locked in all my, like I was mentioning beforehand on the ride over, I feel like I've locked in all my seat measurements and adjustments for all the machines that I use. So very happy about that. But yeah, and the energy was good throughout the workout. I was able to get through it real quick and didn't really have to wait too much for any of the machines, which is always a nice time. That's kind of a first world problem, entitled problem, but yeah, I still am grateful for it. So But yeah, if you guys like this video, I'd appreciate it if you leave me a thumbs up and let me know. Subscribe for more content just like this. And until next time, later.